Hey everybody, it's just coming up to 9 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, the rain that held off long enough for us to get the hay in has finally arrived. It came through the night, so I'm quite glad that we got on and finished getting that hay in last night. So some of the plans have changed slightly for today, one of them being harvesting. We've got just a quick look in the app of the fields. The ones in the sort of yellow here and here, these two are actually ready for harvest, but of course we can't, it's raining. I'm going to take a look at them now, and I'll just show you, take a look at what the crop moisture is. It's going to be quite high, clearly, but yeah. But we do have plenty of other things to do, including getting the cattle in. It looks like a lot of the lambs are also ready for selling, and yeah, and selling soya beans as well is another thing that's on the list today. So okay, so you know, we'll get all that done. Maybe a slightly shorter video today, but we'll probably just go and have a look around at the crops in general before we get going. So this here is our winter wheat, and as you can see up in the bottom right there, it's coming up as ready to harvest. If I take my little gadget here, now we can look at this, and if we scroll down, this is the thing that's most important just now, is the crop moisture, and it's sitting at 45% currently. I checked it earlier this morning, it was in the high 30s, so it's gone up. It'll probably continue to go up. That needs to be below, it needs to be 20% or below before we can harvest. So it's highly unlikely, if you look at the weather forecast, I mean, it looks like it's going to rain for most of the day. Although if we look at the forecast up on the right hand side, and the main screen is actually looking like it might stop maybe a bit sooner than that. So yeah, 100%, 100% precipitation, and then it drops a little bit. And then at some point tomorrow, it's going to be nice tomorrow and Thursday and Friday by the looks of it. Hopefully that'll be the case, because we do need to get harvesting now, and then we also have to turn over some fields to get ready to sow our winter crops again. I mean, typically our winter crops is just wheat and oilseed rape, or canola as it's also known. So yeah, no harvest today, folks. So let's go and have a look, probably come back this way actually, at some of the crops we do have in. That's not oilseed radish, of course, it's what we sowed. But you can see where we're at. So come up here, because we've got sugar beet here on our left. So that's likely going to be ready quite soon as well. If we have a look at our gadget again, I mean, you can see that they're growing quite nicely there. It's not far off already. If I get a bit more information, so that tells you there they're 60% growing, so it's likely to be late, midsummer, so late summer, so probably 2-3 days from now they'll be ready for harvest. And you've got sunflowers here. They're probably 2-3 days off as well. They'll maybe a bit longer actually, because they're still flowering. Alright, yeah, so they're only 50%, so they're likely to be I think early summer before they're ready to harvest. Excuse me, till I have some water. So yeah, that's fine. So they're more likely to be into the early summer. Yep, don't want to chainsaw them down. I'll just drive this way. I don't just to so yeah, and the whole the crops are looking good. This was the this one was the one to stay foul. This was the one that the worker accidentally sowed when he sowed that other sunflowers the other day. Thankfully we've managed to not have any coming up in it. Right, sorry, apologies for that. I hope it's not interfered with the start of the recording, because I think I hit the wrong button, but we'll see. So yeah, that's just still our winter wheat on the right, so we'll come down past there. And this is the oilseed rape. And let's have a look at this one. So it's still growing, so this is the one. This would have been sown in the spring, so it's at 83% though, so again late summer, couple of days time we should be able to start harvesting that all. So yeah, I mean, one of the other things I can do today, given the weather, is get the grass that we cut yesterday, which we stored. We can get that one into the silo bunker, but I might not record all of that because, well, you've already seen that in the last couple of days or so anyway. So we just might get a bit of it later, we'll see. And I forgot to set my timer again. And I ended up over recording yesterday, so apologies. I did end up having to, put more than I intended to into time lapse. So yeah, sorry about that. Right, so I think that's still the same field we've just looked at. Probably should have went down that other way, but actually I think we will turn around and go back the other way. Just quickly have a look at my map. So we looked at that one. Oh no, that's a different one. This is the one that is ready to harvest. So this is the winter one. Ready to harvest. Let's scan it. For information, yeah. Like the wheat, it's 45% crop moisture, so not all that unexpected really. Jump in here. So yeah, I think last night I put a screenshot just at the end of yesterday's video so you could see what time we finished, and it wasn't quite as late as I thought it was going to be. I'm just going to turn around here. I think it was about 11:30 or something, which wasn't too bad actually. You may think that's late, but and I thought that wasn't too bad. So yeah. So a bit tired now because we've had a couple of long days, but it's that time of the year. Once it gets this time of year, yeah, with the harvesting and everything else, it does start to have long hours, So we've got corn here in these two fields. It's just at the flowering stage just now. Again, let's have a look at the bit more information. You can see it's only 33% of growth, so it's going to be quite some time, and it's got 90% moisture level currently, and I suspect that's because yeah, there's more gaps in there, you know. So yeah, that's a really high moisture content in there. The one across here is likely going to be exactly the same, so we'll just leave that for now. Let's have a quick look at my map. Let's look at fruiting types. So, yeah, corn. Oh yeah, we'll look at this one. I think that's going to be about the same. It might be slightly ahead because I think it was sown just before these ones. We can have a quick look. I'm not expecting it to be, if it is ahead, it's not going to be by, in terms of growth, it's not going to be by too much really. So yeah, I'm hoping when I stop recording there for a minute, or that I didn't hit the wrong button and I've missed the start of this. But I won't know till later when I'm downloading the footage, so fingers crossed I haven't messed it up. I mean, if I have, I mean, just to say that, you know, you've not really missed anything. It's raining, we can't harvest, and we got to bring the cattle in and sell the lambs that we're going to be selling. And that's pretty much it. Grass and here. I do need to at some point get some tracks and stuff, but it's finding the time to do that. And of course, as I keep banging on about getting the water feature in for the sheep, and I'm trying to decide whether I do that online or offline. It will certainly take more than my usual allotted time of recording, so I don't know. We could take a leaf out of Not Yet Dead's book and show you it time lapsed. So 33% growth, so yeah, it's going to be into summer anyway. So yeah, so okay, so there I do have soya somewhere. Did I actually, sorry, the wrong button, missed. Yeah, soya's there. We'll go up and have a look at that on the way back to the farm. The oats, they're probably much like the sugar beet, be ready about the same time, late autumn. I would expect them to be ready. But you could, while I'm doing this, look at our crops and their growth stages. Oh, actually, tell you what, we'll go around and see how the potatoes and corn are doing at the back of the campsite actually. They've been looking after that themselves, getting ready to set up their cooking school, so yeah. So in the end we didn't actually bale any hay last night, because by the time we finished up hoovering, we'll just go with that, the hay up and into the storage silo, there was less than one sort of row left, so we just pelletised that last bit. So yeah, you should be fine. If the worst comes to the worst, I've got could always take some of the loose hay and need to, and yep, throw it out and bale it. Okay, so these are looking not too bad. Again, let's use a gadget. They're only at 33%, so yeah, I don't. They're going to be a little bit getting ready. I hope that they are ready in time. If you look at this thing here, potatoes. So it says that, yeah, autumn time, so into the autumn. So any time in the autumn. At the moment, I'm certainly saying mid-autumn, likely. And these went, and we kind of put these in for them round about the same time we sowed our last two fields, so they should be roughly, yeah, akin to that. So there we go, and then we'll just back up here. Actually, I'll maybe just quickly nip on into the campsite and just check that they've still got enough wood. Although we might get a campfire later this evening when it stops raining. Right. So yeah, we came in here and we cut the grass not particularly well. I think it is rather awkward trying to get round things, especially if you had the large tractor and the wee mower, the mower on the front, and we did struggle a bit. But yeah, there's still got enough in there. I might top that up in the winter time a little bit, and yeah, okay here as well. Still get this to move this back a wee bit, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, they're looking okay for stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I did struggle. So I think the ride-on lawnmower is probably what, even though it'll take a bit longer, I think it's going to be the better option next time. Yes. So yeah. So these caravans are, yeah, they're static. So the inn owns these, and yeah, they just rent them out. The people coming to the school, so you could either stay in the inn or stay in the caravans, depending on what they're willing to. Or bring their own tent if they want to. Yeah, whatever, their own tent or caravan if they want to. It's not too big because it's not a big area. Right. So let's pop round this way. So I think it, you know, going out that again 2 days ago when we first got the hay, and even doing that bit of work till just after 8 o'clock that night, it did definitely have a positive impact, because, you know, otherwise we would have been out there till, you know, 1 o'clock at least last night, if we hadn't made a start on it the night before. So it's definitely a worthwhile thing to do. Yeah, crows. Where did I say this? I keep hitting the wrong thing. Yeah, we've actually gone past the soybeans, so I'm forgetting where I'm going. So actually we'll have a quick look at the soybeans, and then we'll head up to the shop to pick up the trailer for and start getting the cattle in and selling off the lambs that we're going to sell off. We may, I mean, the smaller sort of, for the droper pastures, we're going to try and bring them up to 40. So once we've sold off the male lambs, we'll see what numbers we have left, and we may just buy some more adults in. So yeah, just to bring that up a bit. Right, so this soybean field here, it's just, you can see flowering at the moment, looking quite good. Right, give it a scan with the gadget, and yeah, 33%, so yeah, we're expecting that. There's a big rumble of thunder there. Summertime as well, before that's going to be ready. Summertime. Right, let's head up to the store and pick up this stuff. Okie doke. Right, okay, I've got a slight confession to make here. Kind of awkward, isn't it? We have, I couldn't resist it, we've bought this truck. I mean, it's not an expensive truck. As I say, it's, I think it was about 39,000 something. And, you know, it's just inevitable I was going to end up getting one of these. Let's see how it goes pulling this, because it's not, I know it's not as strong as the other one, but it's just such a nice truck. I just love it. So, yeah, we bit the bullet, we went for it, but it was sort of inevitable. Okay, so if we go and up here a second and look at the forecast, let's just check this for now. So soybeans, you can see we're at the peak, so they'll definitely be getting sold today. We'll check the actual prices later. I suspect I know where they're going to go. Let's have a look at the cattle though. Let's come down here. Here we go, limousine. So this is the lowest price of a limousine at this time of year. So this is why we buy them now. And then we'll feed them up all through the year as you saw, and then they get sold. And it just works out that they are at the weight we need them to be when the price is right. So okay, so you can see at the moment they are costing us, you know, £2,228 each. So our intention is to get 2 truckloads, possibly. Still deciding whether we're going to bring in a whole 150. It's quite possible we will. So if I remember, this sold 56. It would be nice. 50 would be a nice round number. It would be 3 short trips. So and the truck is pulling them, okay. It is a bit heavy for it, but it's doing it, so, you know, it's not like we're having to go up big steep hills or anything on this map, so relatively slowly building up speed there. Probably actually don't want to go too fast. Let me just set the cruising speed down a little bit. Go. So I think, yeah, we'll put these in, sell it. We'll pick up some lambs on the way back for selling, and then we will check out soybean prices and get that sold. I'm not sure. I think that's probably going to be us for today in terms of this video. So no time lapses or jumping forward or anything at the moment. And tomorrow, once the crops have dried out enough, we'll hopefully be able to get on with some harvesting, which we can record right, okay, I remember I've got to reverse this thing here. Didn't get that very well lined up at all. We should already have enough food and water in here to do them, because they eat more as they get put on more weight, and clearly, and so the food in here should definitely do them into tomorrow, if not even the day after. Now then, let's have a look at chickens, cattle. Let's see, 56, yeah. So they're fine. So we'll go and get another load. Let me just think a minute. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, I just want to double check that they do hold, these do hold 150, and if I come in here and scroll along, it should see the different ones that this store has. Cattle pasture, is it that one? Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah, 150, so yeah, 150, okay, that's fine. I think we'll just go for that. I think we'll just go and put the 150 in, and that gives us 60 more than what we had last year. So it will probably eat into the profit that we made last year by quite a bit, but you know. It's all good, but this, I just love this truck. It's just gorgeous as well. Just so nice. Oh, I think I meant to, right, we could actually come along here, and it's really just this, these two at the far side, so I'll take the lambs from, the lambs from this one, all the lambs from this one are going, sheep, and then, that's it, move along, keep going. So we'll take, I'll be far enough forward, I'll just swing a little bit. See, it was a bit weird. All the lambs from this one are going. Well, actually, if I do have to increase it, actually, there's a thought. I'll take them out of here first of all. Oh, yeah, see, they're not all quite of age yet, but those that are 0.3 and are, at least £80. We could wait for them to put on a bit more weight. We'll have a look at the prices, the forecast in a minute, and see what it's saying. Actually, what I might do is take them and move them up into the other pen if we're going to be keeping, because that would help increase the numbers in there, because as I say, it's probably a cheaper way of doing it than, maybe I don't want too many. I'll leave that. Okay, hold on. I'll leave them just now, because they're too young and too small. Confirm. We look at, so you will see that the best price for lamb, for these lambs was, late spring, and the price now is dropping. But of course, as I say, at that time, I mean, this forecast is just annoying that way, because the lambs aren't, I mean, unless you're selling actual sheep, if you were selling adults, then great, you'd get a good price for them. But for more lambs, it's a bit rubbish, because they just aren't ready yet for so here in this one, so say we are leaving everything except for the males, so we'll take the males, I mean, we're okay leaving the males in with the male ones, because it, he's just on £80, even though he is a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is quickly look and see how many we now have in that pasture. So I think that's 28. So we're looking to get at least another 12 in there to bring it up to, you've got 47. Wonder if I should have moved some of the adults. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh yeah, you've got 50 now actually. Okay, given that we don't get a huge amount of price for them, we might... Some of those have still got to go yet right now. Let's move what I've got female young in this over to there just now anyway. And I'll maybe do a bit of juggling again later. Did I only bring 2? No. 3. 2. Did I just move a male back by mistake? Oops. Did. Okay. So what I might do is move some of these when I come round to it. I'll sell what's in here and then later I'll come back and maybe just move some of the lambs from one pen to the other, but I'll do that using my own smaller animal trailer. Just keeping an eye on my timer here. It was a bit late in starting it, so I wasn't quite sure we've got it quite right. Hopefully it is. It's saying I've got a bit of time left. We'll have a late lunch today, I think, just to get this done. It's a bit fiddly. So as I say, we're probably not going to get a lot of money for these, but you know, yeah. Ouch. If sheep weren't so cheap to keep, I think, yeah. I just think the demand for, it's just in the, for the sheep, for the lambs is just in the wrong time. I think it needs to be moved, but, and I went and forgot to pick up my coos. Too busy lamenting my lamb cost. It's the thing where you need to, you know, have a lot of them to make money back. But my coos I can definitely buying cheaper now and selling them when they're at their highest, one of their highest costs. It works really well. I think I've maybe gone too far. Limousines. We'll put this in, come back, and then we'll get the last 38, and I'm going to go and look at the prices, as I say, for the soybean, and hopefully get them sold. If the price isn't yet settled, because I haven't yet looked at it, then what we might do is actually pause the recording briefly and then come back and you can see us selling them, which is very exciting thing for you to watch. But yeah. So yeah, you can see that the money's going down a fair bit buying these, but as I say, it's what we get back on them. It is, you know, worth it. And the manure as well, you know, we get quite a bit of money for selling the manure on, so and these little beauties produce a fair amount of it. Now this is going to be interesting. Let's pass that through. Oh, stay there. Stop. Put it back. Your bum's getting stuck inside of my truck. And you can see the price, you know, for me to, if I was to now sell these straight away, you can see it's less than 2,000. Cows have a depreciation, which is just nuts. But hey. Right, last load of cows then, and then as I say, we'll check the prices for soybeans. Sorry, I'm wiggling about there because I was checking my mic again. I'm still hoping that the new lawnmowers pack that's coming is going to be here by the end of the summer, so that I get a chance to use it this year. But yeah, I have to get excited about the new lawnmower pack. But I've seen the images of it, so and it does look nice, I have to say. And unlike the other one, you can put attachments on it. Okay, now I need to count here, so excuse me a moment. Let me just double check what we've got in there. 112. Straw levels have gone down, and it's going to go down more, so maybe I will give them a bit of food later in the day. So that's going to fill up that pasture completely. I'll come up and get the truck a bit later. Truck. Now if I've got this right, I've counted 38 in the back, so hopefully that's spot on. Okay, no, fine. Don't stop. There you go, there you go. Fingers crossed I got the count right. Oh, yeah. Boom. Yeah. They've eaten all the straw already. But then I have got quite a few more in than what I did last year. Okay, so I'm just going to drop this up here a bit for now. And let's come forward a bit and leave it, I think. You can probably tell what the thumbnail's going to be today when I get a decent shot. Right, prices, soya. Let's have a look. Soya. So they're still going up. So Edge Green Vault, that's a really good price. Bakery's quite good as well. Sweet Shop's not bad. Vehicle Grains. Oh, the mill's really quite good. Not the mill, here. This is what we're looking at. 1613. There. Yeah, that's definitely the highest, which is kind of what I expect they do. Really good prices. So I'm going to go, I mean, I've seen it higher, I've seen it above 2000, but 1613 is good enough for me for now. And it is saying that that's going to be the highest price we're going to get. Of course, that could change, and tomorrow might be showing tomorrow being the highest price, but I'm happy with that, so let's go for it. I'm going to let me just get rid of that. I'm just going to do that. I think I got it. See, yeah. It's daft, isn't it? Right, it's probably, sorry I'm just pausing because I'll probably capture that later. Right, I've only got a few minutes left anyway by my timer, so yeah, I think once we've sold the soybeans, I need to pick up that. Just, I don't know where the other one is, there's been two there, but So yeah, we're going round towards the garden centre, but it's not the garden centre itself, but the small sale point that's there, which is actually our small farm shop, which the garden centre lets us run from there. So yeah, cuts out the middleman. See, there we go. Oh, it's a bit weird looking, isn't it? You can see the gubbins going in the front there. Look at the engine. Actually, there's a thing. Let's jump out and have a look. Oh, yeah, the gubbins are going in the engine. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Although, you know, it's what you would expect, but hey. All the more reason to love it. Right, so, soybeans, here we go. It's finally stopped raining, and hopefully a bit earlier than was forecasted, and I hope that means it's going to stay off now. And let's have a quick look. I mean, it's still, the forecast still says it's supposed to be raining, but it's not, so we'll take that. And if it stays off and doesn't come back on, it'll hopefully dry out enough for us to get harvesting tomorrow. driving leaves much to be desired. Let's put back till I get through this gate. And here we go. There's our little farm shop. And we're looking for, there we go, trigger. And let's see how much we get for that then. This looks like it's disappearing into nowhere. So there we go. You see that was a really good harvest there, 112,000 and odd. So we are more than happy with that, as you might imagine. So yeah, so that is pretty much all there is for today now, because we'll just have to. You probably heard my little timer going off in the background. Oh, my driving. I put these things here and give myself plenty of space to drive through. Yep. And until it gets dried up, and tomorrow, as I say, hopefully, I need to swing out here, I think, a bit. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a crack on with some harvesting. So, anyway, thank you for hopefully sticking with me. And, yep, we'll see you all. Hopefully, we'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye for now, folks.